DreamStereo.
What's going on, man?
What's up?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good. Excellent.
Good. All right. I need you guys to speak up louder or closer to the mic for me.
Is that good right there?
That's great. That's great, guys.
Okay.
Ready to have some fun?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to open the show and we're going to get right to it. All right, guys?
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, everybody. Welcome back to No Cover TV Podcast. That's right. This is your host, Big Al. And yes, that's right. I take that original local and national music and I just slap you upside the face with it. You need to hear it. There's some great music all around the world of all genres, all age groups. And I feel it's my job to shove it in your face. I've been doing this since 97, from TV to DJing to now a podcast. You're just not going to get rid of me. So we've got a great show for you today. But first, I need to give a big shout out to our sponsor. That is Rip Music out of Grand Rapids and Holland, Michigan. That's right, the great music store. You want to go there? We got a little deal going on. You go there. You buy the No Cover TV guitar pick for 50 cents. That is your coupon every time you stop in for 10% off any accessory in the store. And if you talk nice, they might give you a little deal on some instruments or something like that. Or just mention No Cover TV and get that deal. All right. So we appreciate Rip Music out there. And of course, I appreciate each and every one of you out there checking out the No Cover TV podcast. From past shows to the future shows, we've got a lot of great things coming up. So check out the shows. Bands and artists, you need to get a hold of me. You can do that on Facebook through the No Cover TV page, my personal page, Al Brady. Email nocovertv@yahoo.com. So get a hold of me. You don't find me and I find you. I change the questions around just a little bit. But let's get to the show today. We've got a good show, great show, fun show. Going to be a little crazy, I think, in the house today. DreamStereo out of Texas. How you doing, guys?
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
Woo! Hey, guys. I was looking forward to this interview. You still with me?
Yes, sir. We're right here. We're ready.
No. All right, get close to that mic, man. I need you close. All right.
Is that good?
A little louder if you can turn it up.
All right.
A little louder. Yeah, just scream. So, who's going to do the main talking?
My name is Alex.
Alex.
Yes, sir.
All right.
But I'll be passing the mic around to all the members.
All right, Alex, I want you to introduce all the members for me.
Okay. Well, on the drums, I got Mr. Daniel Wiles.
All right.
Yes, sir. Bass player, we got Saxon Stevens. Lead guitar, we got Max Cuellar. And I play rhythm guitar and I sing. My name is Alex Esquivel.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. All right. We're going to have fun. You guys are tearing it up. What are you doing down there in Texas? Unbelievable.
Answer that one.
Man, we're doing our thing down here, man.
I see
We're
that
just
guy.
trying to make our way around. It's a big state, so we're just making our way around the state until we get
Branching
bigger
out,
and
yeah.
bigger until we branch out to others.
That's great, guys. That's great. Now, I got a lot of questions to ask you and individual questions and stuff. Let's see if we can get to everything. Now, tell me when DreamStereo started.
All right. So DreamStereo got started back in January of this year.
Really?
We all kind of knew each other from school, high school and stuff. We all been playing instruments for years. But the project DreamStereo, that's when it got started. It was in January. We just started, 4 guys in a room just making noise, and suddenly it shaped up to be what it is today. Just a lot of trial and error.
So in less than a year, you were able to put this all together and produce this kick-ass music.
Yes, sir. A lot of hard work and, a lot of dedication, but I think it's starting to pay off. We're having a lot of fun.
I see you are. And ladies and gentlemen, on podcast land, I want you to get on the platforms. I'm on Spotify and stuff. You can go to YouTube. But, what I'm hearing with you guys is the new indie rock punk sound. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. It's definitely trending nowadays. That kind of music is making a comeback, like the 80s stuff, the new wave. And we definitely want to keep, originality, but definitely we're trying to ride that wave because it's right up our alley. What do you think, Saxon?
You're right on. Honestly, I think it's just something that we've always loved. We've always loved the punk scene, and doing punk stuff and going crazy. You know what I mean? Like just having fun, and you know.
That's great. You guys definitely have that unique sound, which is very catchy and grabs you. Definitely. It's nice.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, no, man. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Now, I'm sorry, I got to ask, but I'm an old man. You guys are youngsters, man. Yes, you are. You're kicking some ass. My God, man. All right, we're gonna have some fun. I don't know if you've listened to the podcast before, but everybody gets to go in a time capsule. All right.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. Well, I got 4 of you, so I got to make it quick. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you all about the same age?
Yeah. The youngest is 24. That would be Max, and I am the oldest. I'm 26. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, guys, this is great. All right, I'm gonna take you all back since you're the same age. All right, I want to take all of you back to when you were 16 years old. What are you guys listening to?
What do you think, Max?
For me, it was just a lot of Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh yeah.
About it. That's when I was like, oh my gosh, like there's other music besides like, I don't know, whatever my mom listens to. You know?
That's great.
You know, because you have so much access to it now through YouTube and every, you know, sort of streaming service. It just starts a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Love with it and kept doing it and kept going
All
deep.
right. What about you other guys?
Danny?
Man, back in 2016, we were.
When you were 16.
Well,
We were 16 in 2016.
Yeah, so basically, there was the 3 of us, excluding Max. He came later on, but during that time, we were in a band room playing music. We were listening to Metallica, Megadeth, Iron Maiden, stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
We loved that stuff when we were young. It was really like that's really what rooted us way back then into doing music now that we're older and have the ability and opportunity to.
Okay. Now, all right, you listen to that music. I'm going to jump to that in just a second. All right, when did all of you grab your instruments? What age?
So I started playing the guitar. This is Alex. I started playing when I was 5.
Nice.
And I actually didn't start singing until about 2 to 3 years ago. I've always liked it. I never really gave it a shot. I was just so focused on the guitar, but then I realized that it's something I also have I'm very passionate about. So now It's kind of like it goes hand in hand. I can't do just one. I have to do both.
Yeah, do both. Oh, that's great. Okay. Now, we're talking about the music you listen to. If you're listening to Metallica and Sabbath and all that stuff, you're not playing that music. What changed?
Man, I think it's just back in the day. I say back in the day like we're 60, but when we were 16, like you had mentioned, the 3 of me, Danny, and Saxon, we went to high school. We were on the same year. Max is a couple of years younger, but
okay.
We just kind of got together, started jamming out, and at that time, we just happened to like metal music. We all had long hair and stuff like that. We went through our phase, and but I don't know, man. I guess it's just as we got older, we kind of evolved as well, and our music taste changed a little bit. We still listen to everything, but we kind of narrow down to what comes natural, and we just happen to write new wave, and it becomes natural for us. So we just kind of go along with it.
Good. It's you, man. This is your music. This is your sound. And you definitely got it cut there. It's nice. Now, I want to talk about instruments. Now, that Gibson you're playing, Alex, right?
Yes, sir.
You glammed it up. You got a glam guitar there.
Yeah, that was a gold top. It's a very expensive guitar, but I just didn't care, sanded it all down and messed it all up. But I love it.
It's beautiful, man.
Definitely unique. I don't know if it's in a good way, but it's very unique.
It is very unique. I love that, man, what you did to that guitar. That's great. Okay, now it looks like we got some Fender players. Don't we?
A few. really just one. I guess.
Bass and a Fender lead.
Saxon, you play
Jackson.
Yeah, you play that Jackson bass.
Jackson. Oh, nice.
You got a Strat.
Yeah, I have the Strat, and then I have another Charvel, like just super Strat. So
80s.
yeah, I'm just a
I
big Strat.
got it. Nice, nice. Where's the drummer?
Drummer's right over here.
Drummer. All right, man. Drummer.
Speak up. We got to talk. We got to talk. All right. Now, my drummers and bass players, I put on a different planet because you're all a little weird. But what I see and I hear, I'm digging it. 3-piece with a snare, simple ass kit, and you're making a full blown sound out of it. You're filling every gap. Very nice job.
Oh yeah, no, I like playing just real simple. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can play a 6-piece, like, because if I have the time to set it up and I got the space for it, I can do. But I do prefer just a real simple setup.
You blow it up. I mean, you're all over it. You're doing a great job. I mean, you prove and you can show people that you don't need a 10-piece kit with everything around the bells and whistles to make a great sound.
Be nice to have.
Yeah, no, you can if you know what you're doing, you can get every piece out of that drum set.
Doing good. Now, before you started the DreamStereo project, were any of you in other bands?
Yeah, Alex was in a few bands. He can tell you about that.
Okay. Alex?
Yeah, it was mainly a cover band. I was in it for a couple years right before I started DreamStereo. And I think it just kind of, you were asking, we don't play that style of music. That's actually kind of what changed it for me personally. I was in a cover band and we did Ozzy Osbourne, we did Chili Peppers, all that kind of good stuff. But after 2 years of doing just that, there was always that itch, like, man, but I can also write some stuff. Like, this is great stuff, but I can also write. And it just kind of like, I thanked those guys and they just kept on going with their thing. And we started our own thing and it worked out for everybody. We're very happy doing what we do.
Oh, great. I'm glad it's all working out. And it seems like everything's working out great for you guys so far. Now, Alex, are you doing the writing? Who's doing the writing and bringing it to the band?
So I have a home studio here at
all right.
And it's just very handy. It's mainly me laying down some ideas, then I present it to the guys, and everybody puts their own input into it, and then there's a song. But it's just very, very handy that I know a little bit of production and stuff like that. So we're very independent in every way.
Nice. I like that. Well, tell everybody in podcast land the platforms you're on and how they can get a hold of you and check out your music.
Yeah, man. So you can find us pretty much on any streaming platform as well as social media. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. And it's just DreamStereo, just one word, DreamStereo. And you find us on Spotify, Apple Music. If you go to either Facebook or Instagram, we have a link on our bio that'll take you to everything that we have. And we got music videos. We have singles. We have an album we put out. We've stayed pretty busy and it's pretty accessible.
I see that. Now, let's talk about CD and singles. Now, you just coming out with a CD, didn't you?
Yes, sir. Earlier in the year, we just kept on writing music. We had 10 really good songs, and we just decided to put them together. Yeah, a self-titled album, just to put it out there. And after that, we just kept putting singles out. Eventually, we want to release another one. 2024 is the plan, but for now we're promoting what we got.
Okay, great. Now, how many singles are you kicking out? Like one a month or so?
Every couple months, because the reason it takes a couple months is because we like to. Not only we're playing a lot of shows, but we like to put an image to our sound as well. We're trying to be smart, and if people like the song and they can see who we are, then they can just identify us that way. So we're trying to do the music video as well as the song. So it takes a little bit longer, but it's totally worth it.
Definitely it is. Now, your CD, did you do that in your studio or did you have another studio do this?
No, that was all here. It was all here at my house.
It was all there at your house. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So Now, of course, I ask this question to people that do recording. You like analog or digital?
Man, I like digital, but I have analog stuff. I
Do
got the
you?
old school stuff.
Oh,
But
that's nice.
I think it kind of helps with the vibe we're going for because it is an 80s type of sound, and I have
Yep,
really old school equipment, so it just kind of fits.
that's perfect. Oh man, bravo, bravo. I like to hear that. Analog's the way to go. I feel, but it is more expensive to go nowadays if you're going to choose that route.
That is
It's nice
true.
that you have it. Nice you have that equipment. Now, do you help other bands or artists out with your studio?
I'm getting to the point where I'm able to. I've started to work with a couple artists, and
Uh,
Victoria, where we're at, is not too big of a town, so mainly it's just all online. They reach out. I got some artists hitting me up from up north, and
okay,
they send me their tracks, and they want to mix and master stuff like that. But I haven't actually brought anybody in to
okay.
with them in
No,
person yet.
time, you got time on your hands. Yes, you do. So I noticed you got a good fan following. Yes, how they treating you?
What do you think, Saxon? How do you like our fans?
It's all love, I have to say, man. We love our
Very
fans.
supportive, yeah.
Very supportive, very encouraging. You know, we'll invite them on the stage almost every show. So,
It's amazing what
yeah,
the fans are.
yeah, they know it's awesome, man.
Tell them about
It's really an honor.
Matthew drove 2 hours, 6-year-old boy last
Man,
night.
one of my favorite things about our fans is showing up to a show and seeing people I've never met before wearing our shirts and singing our songs.
That's
like
true.
knowing songs that
That's true.
I barely know by.
Sometimes I forget the words.
Yeah,
And
sometimes we had this. We went
That's
to College Station, which is about a 4-hour drive from where we're at, where we play a lot locally. And man, this kid named Matthew saw us and he loved our music, and they came out all the way from College Station, a 4-hour
Last
drive,
night.
just to see us last night play. And that is really a special feeling to know that people
wow.
like what we're doing that much.
Right. Well, you kind of hit one of my questions that I'm going to ask you later, but I'm going to ask it right now. Okay, you're doing a gig. You're the bar's packed, the venue's packed, wherever it is. You're getting on stage, you're getting geared up. You start jamming. You see people wearing your shirts and singing your songs. How's that heart feeling?
It's feeling amazing, and it really it makes you play even better. 'Cause
Better
you just
than any
get into
amount of
it.
money.
Yeah, it's way better than any amount of
Can't
money.
buy that, dude.
So you literally can't
No.
buy that.
It's cooler when
It's a great feeling. And you're doing the same thing as making their heart big too by your music. So it's kind of a double-edged sword right there. Yeah,
Well, and
definitely.
we also like to keep them. Our way of thanking them is just to keep them very like involved. So if I see somebody that I've never met and they know the music and they're willing to come up, I got absolutely no problem letting them take over the lead vocals. I mean, I don't care. They're taking the time of the day, come out and support. By all means, come up stage, take a picture, have a great night that you'll remember. And then it also helps that if we make them feel good, they'll remember us for that. And it's
That's
just
right.
smart. It plays out good for everybody.
That's great. And that brings me to one of the venues you were playing at, and I was watching the video, Moonshine Drinkery. What the hell was going on there? My God, guys.
Yeah, man. Well, that's a prime example of what I just mentioned. That majority of those guys that went up stage, they're another local band. They play
Oh,
heavy metal, and we recently met them. And we actually met them through music. We never shared a stage or anything. They just found out who we were. They liked the music. They started coming out, and actually, one of them is 15 years old. Their bass player is 15.
really?
Yeah, and that guy, I mean, man, we got a couple songs on that album we really don't play live. And
All
then
right.
we decided to play it. We played the whole album all the way through. And I was singing, and I'm trying to remember the words because we really don't play those songs. And this guy was singing them like there was nothing. And I was like, man, that's badass. I'm reading your lips so I can sing my own song. So
That's
we brought him
great.
on stage, and he took a picture. He was happy. We were happy. It was just a blast.
It looked like you had like what 20 people on the stage. It looked like.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's just the front. I mean, that place holds 100 people, and there was about 250 in there.
250. That's a nice crowd.
Oh yes,
That's
very nice. Everybody screaming. Yeah, we got a noise complaint, but we don't talk about that.
where you said you live in a smaller town. Are there places for you to play original music, or do you have to go out of town?
Man, it's starting to get to the point where it's growing and there is a lot of opportunity. But this just happened as we became a band. We were really lucky that as this town's starting to grow musically, we kind of just happened to be a part of it. 5 years ago, Victoria was it was dead. Absolutely no
Was it?
music. The same two cover bands that and nobody was writing any originals. There was no art. There was no, it was dead.
That sucked. So it's getting better.
Yes, thank God.
All right. Thank you. I hear that, brother. I hear that. So now, are you hitting around Texas? Are you looking to try to get out of there and do a little tri-state, maybe Arizona or something? What are you trying to do?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. That is the ultimate goal is to go. Well, first we want to conquer Texas because Texas is so big. We just want to
Oh yeah.
go the big cities, and we're honestly we got a lot of them checked off already.
Yeah.
Dallas is next, but that is about a 6-7 hour drive. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have to pick up 2 to 3 gigs to make it worth it. We don't want to drive all the way up there for one night.
Not for one night. No.
Well, actually, speaking of which, while we're on the subject, we do have a festival, a pretty big festival. We landed, but that's in
Yeah.
April. But it is in
Ooh.
Dallas, and it's a nice crowd.
Yeah. Festivals are great to play. Good people.
Oh yeah. It's about 10, 20 bands. We all only play 30 minutes, but it doesn't matter. That's more than enough time to play 4 to 5 songs. And if people connect with you, 4 songs should be enough for them to be like, hey, I really like those guys, and then they gotta
Yeah.
look for you.
Well, I think you're going to hook them on the first song, honestly.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank
Oh,
you.
definitely, guys. Definitely. Now, I want to talk about this right here. I always like to ask, if you were approached, would you sign with a label or do you want to stay independent? Because I have a question. Ranch House Entertainment, what's that about?
That's not a label. That is a really good friend of ours that he only does booking. He's a
It's
booking
just,
agent, and he takes 10% of whatever the pay may be for the venue. But
that's
there's
pretty,
no contract or nothing. He just kind of helps us out
that's
so we
nice.
can play as much as we can. But there's no legality behind it. It's just a good friend doing a good deed.
Well, that's good. It looked like he was more or less just doing booking when I checked out the site there, and that's great. That's great. And taking 10%, that's really good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
It's not
cheap.
bad. It's not bad, and he keeps us busy, and it's working out pretty good. But as far
Very,
as the label, we kind of go back and forth. We've talked about it as a band for a couple of times,
yeah.
and it's very tricky because we are pushing our own material. We're self sufficient. We're booking our own shows, and with this friend of ours as well, and we're growing. The only way it would be worth it is if they provided a tour that is paid. So,
Yeah.
because unfortunately, majority of us still have a day job because
Right.
it's really hard to live off of music alone.
Yeah. It is.
But if we can land a tour or a bigger band takes us under their wing and lets us open for them on a, I don't know, 2-3 month tour or something like that in different states, that's definitely, if they can provide something like that, we'll definitely be interested.
That'd be great. I know some record companies that I deal with. We're kind of doing the micro contracts, like a year, maybe a year and a half, seeing what you can do, produce maybe 3-4 songs in that year and get them out and push your music and stuff. So a little different. Some of them
Yeah,
like it.
yeah, we wouldn't be opposed to it. I mean, it's working. What we're doing is working, but we're also open to getting any help as long as we know it's beneficial for everybody.
That's great. So are you collaborating with any other artists, doing anything with other bands?
Uh, Not yet. We are 120% focused on us. We attend to their shows, we wear their merch, but when it comes to writing music and stuff, I mean, we really, really don't have time right now, man. 100% focused on what we're doing. All of us are channeled in, and I think that's why it's working so good, because our heart is really in it.
That's why it's working. Exactly. You're all brothers. You're making it work, and you're doing your own thing. That's what makes it right. Definitely.
Oh, yes, sir.
Unbelievable. Now, sponsors and endorsements. I think you have one, don't you? Vintage Guitars.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we landed sponsorship with Vintage. It's a brand that started in the UK. They make UK guitars, but now they branched out to America as well.
Oh,
And
nice.
basically, they just provide the guitar or two, and there's no contract. They just, when you play a decent show, get a couple pictures, maybe a shout out, and they're happy with that, and we are happy with that. So it's
Nice.
really good. It's a good deal.
Anybody else approaching you, or are you seeking any other endorsements?
We're open to them, but we're not really We're not really looking for them. That one just kind of happened, and we're really happy with it. But we're not really, that's not really our interest at the very moment.
I understand that, definitely. No, I noticed you did some radio. Well, yeah, you were on the radio. What was it? Edge Radio Show, Sunset Island Cafe Radio. Doing good.
Yeah, we've been on a couple of radio shows. This is our first podcast, though, so we're really, really happy and grateful to be here. So again, having us.
Thank you. I appreciate you being on the podcast. I want to get you out there, your story and your music, all over.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, we're around the world. I used to be a pain in everybody's butt in America, but now it's around the world. I love it.
That's the way to go, yeah.
Yo, you can't stop me. No way. Yeah. So now I got some general questions before I talk about some music here. Okay. All right. We talked about your heart, how you feel and stuff. Now, that show you did at the Moonshine Drinkery, that was intense. Okay. Now, at the end of the night comes. Everybody leaves. You pack it up. You go home. How long does it take you guys to unwind?
Tell them, Saxon.
Honestly, most of the night, man, it's hard to fall asleep after all that excitement. You just.
Oh yeah.
Can't even do anything. Like I don't look at my phone, or I just sit there and just think like.
We're coming off the adrenaline.
Yeah. I can't ever sleep. No.
It's awesome. Honestly.
That's great. That's great. So now, if you, this is for all of you, this question here. I don't know how you're going to answer it, all of you, but I want two people in this world you guys want to perform with on stage. Who would it be?
Dave Grohl.
Yeah, Dave.
Good, my answer. That's not fair.
So Dave Grohl's one. You said two people?
Two people.
So Dave Grohl and James Hetfield.
Really? Oh, yes.
That would be an interesting mix. We bring the new wave, and then we got the heavier side with James Hetfield. You get that grunge type of drums with Dave Grohl. I mean, man, that's an interesting match right there.
That would be an interesting show, and to throw you guys in the mix. Yes, that would be kick-ass. I'd love to see that. So now I'm going to give you another one. This is another, you can answer it twice. What stage in the world, anywhere in the world, you want to perform on?
So one of them has to be Red Rocks.
Yes.
Red Rocks is a good one. What do you think, Max?
Not necessarily a stage, but I'd like to play at Austin City Limits, the festival.
Oh, yeah.
That's like
fuck yeah, dude.
For me. After
That's
that,
great.
I don't know, I could play wherever after that. I don't care.
You feel like you made it after that?
Yeah. Red Rocks is beautiful.
I'll tell you right now, I'd love to play that new Sphere in Vegas. I just love the
Where U2 played?
Yeah, where U2 played there.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's cool. There's so many cool stages out there. It's hard to, I guess, pick one of them. But,
I feel like even for touring artists that have already somewhat made it, you can't say you actually made it until you play Wembley, though. That's when it gets. That's like, oh man, you play 3 nights, sellout shows at Wembley Stadium. That's wow. That's a big.
Oh yeah, it's just like Madison Square Garden too. Oh yes. My goodness, good deal. Now, do you guys? You've been at this almost a year now. You have any memorable moments that come to mind of any of the shows you did? That one that stands out?
At this very moment, at this point in our career, it's just a lot of support. It's just a lot of support from fans, and we're still so early in the early stages of this band. Even though we're very productive and creative, it's still
Right.
so fresh. It hasn't even been a year. So
Yeah.
it's just mainly, it blows our mind to see how we're growing and how we're getting more people involved that we've never met. So that, you can't just put a price on that. That's the most memorable thing that's happening at this very moment.
It is. It is. Now, are all four of you involved with the PR and promoting and all that stuff and the social media, or does one person do it?
That is actually my wife.
Your wife. Your wife's
Yeah,
doing it?
she helps us out with the social media because girls have there's that sense of they can make it look nice and pretty. It's a lot better than I could have done it, and she actually enjoys doing it. So
Oh man, my wife will slap me upside the head if I ask her to do that. Jeez, oh, you're a lucky man.
but
So, oh shoot. Now you got you got any merchandise for the fans?
yeah, man, we got t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got koozies, we got all kinds of good stuff.
You're
And
working
we bring them at every show, and we're starting to ship them out as well now.
nice. Now
We're
what
working
site?
on we're working on a proper website where the merch is going to be at. So even if you're in Michigan or Chicago, wherever you may be, if you're interested in purchasing some, we'll definitely get it to you. And we actually would like to send you some on the
Yeah,
on the band for allowing us to be here.
I'll wear it and promote it all the way, my friends. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
So
man.
that is great. Now the YouTube videos, I liking that. Who's shooting that? Who's producing those?
That is my wife.
Now
Yeah.
she's doing the PR work.
Yeah, no, I said, hey, this is a real job. I bought her a fancy computer with all the software needed. I said, we got work to do.
Oh boy,
She's so over it. She actually enjoys it now.
that's that's great, guys. That's great. Use the resources you can, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Oh, I gotta wipe the tear out of my eye. Oh, so any other interviews, reviews coming up or have done besides the radio and the podcast?
At this very moment,
Not
we
for
don't.
this year.
Yeah, no. We don't have any more interviews lined out for the rest of the year. We do have about 6 to 8 shows though.
Oh, good. Oh, nice. Gosh, one of these days you can see me at one of those shows, most definitely. All right, guys, I got to talk about some songs. Okay.
Nice.
All right. I got 3 of them I want to talk about.
All right.
Let's go to let's go to Icy Cold.
Ooh, starting off.
Ooh, yeah. So, are we going to admit who this is about?
Man, I think. What do you think, Daniel?
Well, I'm sorry.
Icy Cold. Who is it about? What is it about?
You know,
Yeah, I like how you put me on the spot. I don't know. To me, it's the way Alex writes is he kind of leaves it up for interpretation on most songs. So, like to me, that song's really like about just like relationship type stuff, just like being icy cold and like it's kind of like romantic, but it's also like the issues with romance. But it's also like it's
yeah,
like a love song with like reality mixed into it.
I hear you. And it sounds like you were kind of pointing somebody out. That's why I'm asking. But you don't have to name names. So,
It's a mystery person.
we'll leave it at mystery person out there. In the video, I like it. I like that. Okay, here's the next one. Purple Sky. Purple Sky.
Oh, that's one of our newer ones.
Yeah, I like that.
Purple Sky I wrote that it's basically when you meet somebody and you have an idea, you make up this idea, and we're all at fault sometimes of this, where you meet somebody and you yourself create this image of this person. You think they're a certain way, or they came across this way, and they cannot live up to that, or they turn out to be different, but really you kind of did it to yourself.
Yeah.
So
True.
it's whether it's romantically or or a friend or whatever, it's just they're not who they thought they were, and it's not
Right.
really their fault. That you kind of did it to yourself, and it's kind of just like, it is what it is. Move on.
Yeah, exactly. Move on. It's an intense song, and I love it. It's great, man.
It's
Purple
probably
Sky.
the heaviest we got as well. We went a little heavy on that one.
I hear that. I like it. Oh, yeah. All right. How about this song? Waiting for You.
What do you think, Saxon?
Waiting for You.
He's waiting for you.
He's waiting for you.
I'm waiting, man.
That's what I thought. No, dude, that song, honestly, man, that song is just
It's
so
self-explanatory.
Yeah, it's just fun to play. I mean, I forget which one that is. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm waiting for
I love it, man. It's like it's a popular song that people are listening to.
Absolutely love playing that song.
So we're waiting for you.
That's that's one of those on stage moments where we kind of look at each other like, all right, we got the set list, waiting for you is next, and we're all like looking like, how the hell does that start? Oh yeah, that's that one. Okay.
We all got that song.
We try to play it off, but that'll happen,
Oh, now do you guys have, well, like my band, a lot of bands do, we take a cover and we just destroy it and we play it. Do you do that with a song with any covers?
Where we kind of just do our own spin on a cover.
Yeah, take a cover and kind of just destroy it a little bit your own way.
Oh yeah, man. Actually, we do that a lot. Because I know certain songs that I just happen to know on guitar and sing that the rest of the guys probably don't know, but we wing it and people like it. And then Danny might know a song I don't know, but we just kind of go with it. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's just for the fun of it.
That's beautiful. I used to do that with my band. I'd play Stranglehold and they'd look at me and kick my ass.
What do you play?
I play guitar.
Oh, cool, man. Cool.
Yeah. I played from 85 to 97.
Badass, dude. Those are the golden years right there.
Oh, they sure were. Some of the years I don't quite remember, but yes, they were golden. Oh, boy. Yeah. Wow. I'm looking at all my guitars now. I have 6 of the electrics hanging up in the studio here. So
nice. What's your main, or what was your main?
Well, back in the 80s, I played the Kramer.
Oh, nice.
Kramer Striker. Yes.
Yeah. Floyd Rose or nah?
That's the Striker model, the 82.
Nice.
And it's red. It's red. Blood red. Yes. And then I have a Magnum Pro 74, Circle K, and a PRS, and a couple others.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Fancy.
So, yeah. We were just a 3-piece, but we jammed. We had fun.
Heck yeah, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of fun. So, but it's not about me. It's about you guys. No. All right. How many, Alex, how many songs are under your belt for the band? What do you got for us?
There is 10 songs in the album, and there is 3 singles out there, and we have a finished song. It's called Lucky Me. It's finished. The production is finished, but the music video is about 50% done. That'll come out in January 1st. We're gonna launch it, and that would be a total of 14 songs.
14 songs, great. And you're hoping by the end of 2024 to get another CD out.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, what we got so far, it's working, but it is homemade, so to speak. I do eventually want to get the guys into a proper studio, and if we're gonna do another album, it needs to be twice as good. Nice. We're just that strict on ourselves. We keep it fun, but we got to put in the work.
Yes. Everybody out in podcast land, DreamStereo. These guys you said, are a lot of fun. You're performers, you're entertainers. You make that crowd move, shake, and make them happy. That's what I want to see. It's great, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I want to know, what is the future looking like in about 5 years? Where you think you might be?
On the road. On the road, all over the world.
In a private jet.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. And the next 2 years, we want to be nationwide. But
I don't see why I
after
can't.
2 years, the first year is just establishing, expanding, branching out, reaching out, getting a fan base. It's time consuming. It takes a lot of work. Once that's done and you're somewhat, you got a fan base and stuff, then it's a lot easier to start booking shows. And once you start booking shows, it's easier to get a call back if they like you. And it's just, it's a never ending circle, and eventually reach out.
Yeah, definitely. I see that happen for you guys. And of course, you're going worldwide on this today. So everybody around the world is going to hear this. And they're going to check you out. We're in 16 countries, different major countries right now. So, yeah.
Shout out to whoever's listening out there. We're DreamStereo and we love you. Thank you.
I thank them too. I do some interviews with people around the world. And sometimes the dialect's a little hard. So, we just do a little grunting because, we understand music. So,
yeah.
So it's some great music out there around the world, just like your music, DreamStereo. Everybody in podcast land, get on your phones, your computers, your laptop, your stone tablets, whatever you use to listen to music, get in DreamStereo. Check it out. And I recommend, that purple sky up, that icy cold. Jump around a little bit and listen to their music. You're going to love it. You're going to get out of the chair. You're going to move. This is good stuff, guys. You're going places.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much.
You are. Oh, yeah. I can't wait for the new videos to come out and the music to come out. Great stuff. One other question I got. You have a favorite venue in your area that you like to give a shout out to?
What do you think, Danny?
Man, we just played there, but my favorite venue that we've played, I like the smaller venues where people get real compact. So Moonshine was an amazing venue. It's big enough for it to be comfortable, but it's small enough to really pack that place.
Be intimate with the
be
crowd.
real intimate with the crowd, and it's
That's great. That's one other question I want to ask. Things are a little different in every town. Pay. They pay in yards. It's a flat fee, door fee. What are we going at?
There's most of the time for the stuff we do, it's a lot of flat fee. If you go to like Austin and Houston and stuff, they'll start charging. They'll start splitting the door and drinks and stuff like that, which is fine. But man, everyone knows in the music industry, people try to get the most out of you as they can. So you got to be careful in bigger cities because they'll try to run you for money if you're not careful.
Oh yeah, I'm still pulling the knives out of my back. Oh yes. Yeah, and that's what sucks in this part of the business is you get the guys that'll come up to you and smile and promise you the world, but they're not.
Yep.
They just want something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so I tell everybody, follow your path, do it your way, and don't listen to anybody. I mean, you can keep your ears open and stuff, but just don't grab the first thing. Check it out. Definitely.
No, yeah, it's a lot of it is just people trying to just make a quick buck, and they can take advantage of a newer up and coming band. But what they don't realize is we've been around a time or two, so we know better. Good
guys. Guys, I appreciate you coming on the podcast. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us, man. It's been a blast, and it's really nice to meet you. And you sound like a really good dude, man. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate that. I always look out for your artists. You're a part of the No Cover TV family now. So you need anything, you just give me a holler or whatever, and I will answer your questions, whether it's logistics or anything like that.
Yes,
so
sir.
I'm there to help you out, get your music out there, guys. So I want to do a show with you again in about 6 months or a year. So I want to see where you're at.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. That's right. All right. Everybody out there, podcast land, listen to DreamStereo, follow them, check them out, go to their sites, get the merch and whatever, and check out where they're playing if you're in Texas and stuff. So, DreamStereo, this is your show. We're going to wrap it up, but you're going to take us out. What final words you got for the audience?
We just want to thank everybody that's listening and check out our stuff. check out our merch. If you like anything and you tuned in, we'll send it to you at no charge. And we just want you to, it helps us if you wear it. It promotes us, and it's also we want to do a good deed and for being a good fan. And again, man, it's been a blast, and we hope to do it again soon. We'll see you hopefully sometime next year. We'll go up there and play a show with you.
That'd be great. I'll book you. If you get in Michigan, I'll book you. Definitely.
Yes, sir.
So, all right, everybody. Dream Stereo's in the house. So check out No Cover TV podcast, the past shows and the upcoming shows. And of course, today, Dream Stereo. It's about Dream Stereo. So get on the platforms and do not stop listening for the next 24 hours. Okay, people? I want to push it. So everybody out in podcast land, this is your host, Big Al. Dream Stereo's in the house. Say we're out of here, guys.
We're out
Right.
Woo!
Body and podcast land. Yoo-hoo! This is Big Al and Dream Stereo. Have a good one. I'll see you on the next podcast, guys. And I will talk to you right after the show. All right?
All right, man.
All right. I'm going to send you a link. I'll talk to you soon, guys.
Later.
All right. Peace, everybody.
He said he'll come back and talk to us.
No, he said listen to Link.